I'm so confused. It was so good at first and now it's going really patchy. Oh my God. I can do that Jeffree Star thing. Welcome back. What is up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. So today is a very exciting video. Today I'm actually going to be testing out the Shane Dawson x Jeffree Star collaboration and I'm so freaking excited. First of all, I can't even explain to you guys how freaking long I've been waiting for this collab to even happen. Ever since I found out from one of the episodes from Shane's docu-series about Jeffree, I just knew I had to get it. So last night when the palette launched at 5 PM UK time, I was on every single website that was stocking it, basically, literally on the dot, and every single website was crashing. I had them all in my basket, all of the palettes, all of the goodies, and I was ready to check out, but the websites weren't letting me. I was so annoyed. But in the end, I finally got my order from Beauty Bay, and I did also place an order on the Jeffree website, which I never got the money taken off of me, or I never even got the confirmation email, but I did really want to get the tracksuit, which I didn't manage to get, unfortunately. So this box from Beauty Bay literally has just arrived at my door. It's the morning, as you can probably tell by my voice. My eyes are a little bit swollen, but we're gonna ignore that, and we're just gonna dive straight into this box and experience it together. So I am so freaking excited. I got 4 things in total, I think. Also, wait till the end of this video because I did get an extra palette for one of you guys. So if you guys want to win one, I'm sure you guys will because it's sold out everywhere right now. And make sure you stay till the end of this video. But anyways, the first thing that I have here is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics x Shane Dawson mirror. This is the pig mirror in pink, and I literally wanted this so bad. I love handheld mirrors whenever I'm doing my makeup, and the pig is just so freaking iconic. The box is literally everything, but I've ripped it already, unfortunately. Whoops. Okay, are you guys ready for this? Ah, oh my God! That is so cute! What the hell? Oh my God. I can do that Jeffree Star thing. Welcome back. Okay, maybe not. Oh my God, this is so freaking cute. I love it. It's actually really well made. Like, the plastic doesn't feel cheap by any means. I'm pretty sure this was like £25 from memory. I got everything on Beauty Bay, just so you guys know, and yeah, I'm really happy with this. How cute is it? So you guys know exactly what I'll be using for the rest of this video. It'll be this mirror. The next thing I picked up is one of the lipsticks from their collaboration as well. I really wanted the baby pink one. I think it was in the shade Oh My God, I'm pretty sure, but it was sold out. Literally, as I checked out, it was gone from my basket, so I was so annoyed, but I ended up getting one of them at least, which is the shade Ryland. It's not really my favorite shade by any means. I mean, I love Ryland, but the shade is not something that I personally would normally wear because it's quite like a shimmery pink, whereas I like my lipsticks a lot more like neutral and matte. But we're gonna give this a shot anyway, so let's crack this open. We can do a little arm swatch for you guys. Look at that. That is actually such nice packaging. It says Shane Dawson all around it. It's got the Jeffree Star logo at the top, and then it's basically the same format as every other Jeffree Star lipstick. Okay, I guess let's just do a little hand swatch first so you guys can see how this actually swatches. So I'm just gonna pop it right here. Ooh. Can you guys see that? It's very reflective. I mean, I sort of expected it to be this shiny because it is, you know, a shimmer lipstick, but that is a really beautiful color. I feel like this would be really nice as like a lip topper over another lipstick. Just so you know, this in the UK was £16, and I feel like for, you know, a Jeffree Star lipstick, that is a reasonable price because the formulas are impeccable. I love all of the Jeffree Star lipsticks. And now lastly, we have the Controversy palette.
Hi, this is the future Roxy editing this video. I don't know why or how I could have said controversy when it's the Conspiracy palette. It literally says it in massive bold letters on the front of the palette. Why am I so stupid? I don't know. But I'm just putting it out there. I'll probably say the Controversy palette instead of the Conspiracy palette more than once in this video, so stay tuned.
I literally love this so much. This packaging is so unique and so different. I haven't seen a palette like this ever, to be honest. I did also get another one, so I've got 2 of these. So if you guys would like to win one, I will explain at the end exactly how you can enter to win one of the Conspiracy palettes, which you definitely don't want to miss out on because this is sold out everywhere. So yes, this is the packaging. This is how it opens. It just kind of slides out of this little sleeve. Oh my God. Wow. This is actually everything. Look at the packaging. Wow, I'm actually blown away, to be honest. Obviously watching and following the whole like series and knowing exactly how this packaging came about is so crazy. Usually you don't see that kind of thing. When I was making my own palette in collab with Revolution, obviously you guys never saw the behind the scenes process, which I actually feel like I should have documented now. I'm so annoyed. Obviously this was such a struggle for them. They really weren't sure what to do for the packaging, and then Andrew obviously came up with this design, which I think is so great. Do you know what? This packaging kind of makes me think of like a coffin. I don't know why. Maybe it's like the shape, like the angular shapes and the fact that it's black and the clasps. I really love the logo, the amount of detail, how heavy it feels. It just feels so luxurious and high quality. But anyways, let's take a peek inside now. I'm so excited for these colors. They're so unique. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. I mean, this palette is just so great in my opinion. There's so many things you could do with it. At first glance, it might look a little bit intimidating because of how many like bright colors there are in it. But when you actually break it down, there is a lot of neutral colors in it too. Obviously, the whole first row is all neutrals. There's a lot of mattes and browns with a couple of shimmers. We have this orange one, which you could totally do like a, you know, warm tone sort of autumn look. This one is also really wearable. It's a very subtle pink. And then obviously there's quite a lot of out there colors as well, such as food videos, Trisha, what's the tea. These are definitely colors that I don't really tend to dip into as much. But for the sake of this video, I really want to try out as many colors and sort of looks as possible in this video. So I will be doing 2 different looks on both of my eyes. But I'm sure you guys will also want to see some arm swatches, seeing as in their release sort of photos, they haven't really done any of those. So I'm going to show you guys how these swatch on the arms. But I do want to say I don't really go by swatches. I feel like swatches are very misleading a lot of the time. Some shades can end up looking really chalky, whereas when you put it on the eye, they look so creamy. Swatching something on your arm is so different as to how it will look on your lid. I always say this and I always think this, but let's jump into it anyway. Okay, so these are the swatches to all of the shades, and as you can see, they all swatch pretty well. Obviously, like I said, some swatches don't really do the shades justice, but they all look pretty incredibly pigmented, and they were also very, very creamy to apply. At first glance, I'm really drawn to all of these really colorful shades right here, but I also love these 2 shimmers. I feel like this bottom one right here is so unique. I've never seen a shimmer shade in this hue. Okay, so I've zoomed you guys in a little bit because I'm gonna be trying out the shades now, and I actually thought I would do a different look on each of the eyes just to kind of get a grasp off of how many different things that you could do with this palette. And like I said, I feel like there is a lot you can do with it. So on this side, I'm gonna be going for something a little bit more like extra and colorful, and on the left side, I think I'll be going for a more neutral look just to show you guys how versatile this palette can be. Okay, so the first shade I'm going to be dipping into is Cheeto Dust, which has a cute little piglet indented into the shade, which I think is adorable. I absolutely love the shade because it's a very true orange color and it looks just like Cheeto Dust. I'm just taking that on a tiny little buffer brush and I'm just going to pop that all throughout the crease. I'm kind of going to focus this mostly on the center of my crease actually, and then just diffuse this out into the edges. Okay, so far it is actually really, really nicely pigmented. Also, it's very easy to blend out from what I can see. This isn't going patchy, it's really easily buildable as well. Like if I want to put more, I can put more, and it's actually clinging onto the lid, which is great. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with that. These shades, I can already tell are going to be so pigmented. One thing I do have to say right off the bat is that as I'm kind of dipping into it, even though I'm doing it very lightly, there is quite a lot of kickback, which I'm having to sort of blow off the palette each time, which isn't that big of a deal or anything, but it's just something to know. Okay, so I'm really happy with that sort of like transition color. I'm now gonna take the shade Flaming Hot. I'm literally going straight for it. I'm gonna dip into this shade as well on the same brush and just buff that right into the outer corner of my eye. I want to create a really nice transition and blend between these 2 shades right here. So I'm just kind of patting it in first, and then I'm gonna blend out the edges. That looks really nice. I'm not gonna complain about that one. It hasn't got any fallout, which I'm really happy with because red is a bugger to get off when you've got fallout. That is beautiful. It's blending so well as well. I'm actually shook. So now that I've done that basic transition and gradient, I think I'm gonna dip back into Cheese Dust, and I wanna do something a little bit different. I wanna kind of diffuse the edge of this red with the orange once again so that it kind of goes in and out of the red. but it kind of goes back into the orange, if that makes sense. Can't say I've ever done a look like this, but we're just gonna play it by ear and just see what this palette can do. I'm also gonna run that Cheeto Dust a little bit on my lower lash line as well for now. That's actually blended out really nicely. I'm just gonna return back to Flaming Hot and just pat that on back again, as we kind of lost it as I was blending it out. Okay, so far I'm really happy with that. I feel like I was able to achieve that sort of like halo look and also create the gradient between the red and the orange. So those shades together work absolutely amazing. I wanna do something a little bit different now. I'm gonna take the shade Food Videos and I'm literally just going to apply that right in the center of the lid. I'm not sure how this is exactly gonna turn out, but we're just gonna go for it, really. I wanna see just how pigmented this shade is. Oh, okay. That has showed up, you guys. Jeffree and Shane are not playing. I'm actually really impressed with how pigmented that yellow shade is. I mean, yellow is a very hard color to get this pigmented, so they've done a good job. So I'm just going to do kind of like a half cut crease type of thing. This is literally the yellow straight on the lid, off the brush, nothing to like help it, and this is how it looks. What? I'm actually so impressed with this yellow. I've just realized this whole time I wasn't using my pig mirror, so from now on I'm gonna use this bad boy. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see, but the more I work on top of this yellow, the more the pigment is kind of going a bit like patchy and dull. This wasn't the case at first because it was really pigmented, but now anything I do to try and like build up the shade is just not working. I'm not sure why. I don't know why it's going patchy on me now. And it's also going a little bit like, I don't know, like there's quite a lot of fallout now as well, which, I mean, it's not that big of a deal because it's a yellow shade and it's quite easy to blend away. But I'm not happy with how it's sitting on the lid, if you know what I mean. Like, it's just not doing, it's actually just not building on top anymore. I'm gonna try this little pencil brush instead and see if that helps it out. Oh my God, no, nothing is working now. Why? I'm so confused. It was so good at first and now it's going really patchy. Can you guys see how like patchy it's gone right here where this shade meets this shade? It's just, I don't know why, but nothing I do is making it better. Like I'm trying to lay down more pigment to like even out this yellow and nothing's happening. It's just not sitting on top anymore. That is so weird. I don't understand why that's happening because it was so good at first. Okay, so my progress I feel like has now come to a stop. I literally can't fix this eyeshadow for some reason, so I think I'm gonna take the yellow off, put some concealer down, and then try and work the yellow on top of something because maybe that's why I went wrong. I don't know, but I'm gonna give that a go. Okay, so that worked much better. I feel like the actual tone and the consistency of the shade is now a lot more even and not as patchy, which is great. I feel like I still managed to layer it up and still get it to look really pigmented. I feel like it actually looks a lot more pigmented in person than it does on camera. I don't know why. Okay, so returning back to the same shade, Flaming Hot, I'm taking that on a little flat brush like this, and I'm gonna drag that red underneath my lower lash line, but I'm gonna leave a little gap where my actual lash line is to kind of fill with a different shade. This is inspired by their sort of like launch posters. They had like this really cool blown out sort of like drag makeup, which I absolutely love. So I'm gonna try and incorporate a little bit of that into this look. I'm now gonna take my concealer once again. I'm using the Rimmel Lasting Matte Concealer, and I'm just going to apply that right underneath my lower lash line where I've created that little space for another eyeshadow to sit on top of. I feel like doing this will just make whatever color I'm gonna put there pop a lot more. I feel like I'll probably put the yellow color there again. Do you know what? I feel like I will take the shade Food Videos once again and apply that right underneath. I feel like that's what Shane and Jeffree, they both did that. They both did the yellow lower lash line sort of look, so might as well do that as well. Okay, so now that we've gotten to this stage of the look, I've got to say I'm actually really happy with how the palette is performing. I love the colors and I love that I've gone for something a little bit different and a little bit more out of my comfort zone. I've never done a look like this before. I think to really take this look home, I'm gonna take the shade Ranch, which is right here. It's like the lightest metallic shade of the palette, and I'm just gonna take that on a little pencil brush, and I'm just gonna take that and apply it in the inner corner because I feel like this look is becoming very matte. Okay, I mean, it's not as shimmery as I thought it would be. I really love my inner corner highlight to be like super shimmery and really punchy, but this is like a very subtle shimmer. I'm also gonna apply that into the brow bone as well. It looks a lot more blinding and shimmery on my brow bone. I don't know why it doesn't look like that in my inner corner, but that is actually really pretty. Okay, so I think I'm finished with the eyeshadow look. I'm now just gonna add a little bit of eyeliner and maybe even add some of these like little gems that I have from the Gypsy Shrine and also a couple of other different brands. And I feel like it's just gonna complete this look and it's gonna add more life to it. So I'm just gonna quickly do that off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, you guys. I've just applied the liner, the lashes, and also the gems. I feel like I've gone a little bit ham with the gems, but we're just gonna have to deal with it. It's a creative look. It's a Shane x Jeffree look, so we can be as extra as we want. I'm now gonna focus on the other eye, and as I said, I wanna go for a little bit more of a neutral and natural look, just to kind of test out some more of the other shades in this palette. So the first shade I'm gonna be taking is the shade Tanacon. I mean, iconic. I'm gonna use this as a transition shade. Okay, so that is the shade Tanacon. This is like the perfect transition color for me, and I've seen a couple of people complain that there's not really that many colors that might suit like a deeper, darker skin tone. And I do have to say, in terms of transition colors, there isn't that many, especially of the neutral ones. If you're planning on getting this palette, you're gonna really have to think about which shades you actually will get most use out of, because like I said, it's not a very cheap palette by any means. I mean, this palette was around £48, so it is quite a high-end palette, and if you're not really gonna get to use a lot of shades out of it, you kind of have to weigh out, is there any point of actually buying this palette, if you know what I mean? So the next shade I'm gonna go for is Diet Root Beer. And I'm just gonna take that on the same brush and kind of deepen up the crease on the outer corner like I usually would with a natural sort of everyday look anyway. You know what, I'm gonna take the shade Pigment, which has a little pig on it. I'm really lightly gonna dip into that and kind of use this as a hue within the crease, just because I want to show you guys that, you know, the colors, you don't really have to be scared of them. As long as you use them with a light hand, you can still use them in a very natural looking way. As you can see, a tiny bit really goes a long way. I've really applied that with a very light hand, and it just has like a very subtle pink hue to it now. I'm now taking the shade Just a Theory, which is a very shimmery bronzed kind of shadow. It's absolutely beautiful. And taking that on a flat brush, I'm just going to pack that onto the lid. I'm mainly going to focus it in the center, I think. Okay, so that shimmer right there, the shade Just a Theory, is actually a very subtle shimmer. It's not really like blinding, which I kind of expected. Maybe if I apply it with my finger, it might look a little bit more punchy. Ooh, yes, I was right. So as you can see now, it's kind of got like that glistening shimmer to it, which before it looked a little bit dull when I applied it with the brush. And lastly, to kind of deepen up the look, I usually wouldn't do this, but I'm gonna take the shade Spiraling, which is kind of like a dark, I want to say not brown, but kind of like an ashy kind of color. And I'm going to try and apply that right to the outer corner, but only on the actual lid itself. I'm going to try and blend this away into the other shade, which is called Just a Theory, and also a little bit into the transition color. Okay, so that is the finished neutral side and the colorful side of this look. Let me know what you guys think. I'm just going to actually pop on some eyeliner and lashes on this eye as well, and I'll be right back. So now that my eye makeup is finished on both eyes, it's now time for the lipstick. So I've just lined my lips with a lip liner, and I'm just about to try on the Jeffree Star x Shane lipstick in the shade Ryland. Now, I'm just gonna put this out there. I don't think this shade is actually gonna match any of the eye makeup. Maybe actually the neutral side, but definitely not this side. So I'm just gonna go straight onto the lip and just swipe it on. Oh my God. What does this smell of? It smells really strange. It smells of like mint toothpaste. Like menthol toothpaste. Okay, so that is the lipstick on fully. My opinion of it is that the smell is a little bit strong. It literally smells of like menthol toothpaste, which, I mean, I'm not really that bothered about it, but I'm sure some people would be like, I don't really like that smell. Also, the actual color itself, I feel like it is a very beautiful color. It's kind of got like iridescence to it. But personally, I don't know if it's for me. I don't think it really matches. Obviously, it doesn't match this makeup, but it also doesn't really match my personality. I don't really wear shimmer lipsticks. And obviously, like I said at the beginning of the video, I wasn't actually initially gonna get this lipstick. I was gonna get the baby pink matte one, but I was kind of forced to get this one because it was the only one left. But in terms of like quality and feel of it, it feels very nice. It feels very lightweight. The formula is clearly good. Like, it's not cracking. They have 5 more shades shades in the range, so if I was to get a chance to buy another one of these, I'd probably either go for the red or the baby pink, because they're just more wearable colors in my opinion. But overall, what is my final verdict of the 3 products that I purchased? The mirror I'm obsessed with. I will definitely get a lot of use out of it. I just love how big it is. I think it's so freaking cute as well. The lipstick, however, I'm not really that keen on. I must say, I mean, the quality is amazing. That I will give them, but the color choice, I'm a little bit like, I wish they went for like more nude. Obviously, I know that Jeffree has a lot of nude lipsticks in his makeup line already, but I just feel like they should have maybe made a little bit more like wearable colors in there as well, rather than just like these metallic random colors. And the actual palette itself, I am so happy with. I mean, again, like I said, there is a lot of shades in here that you might not use on a day-to-day basis, and I feel like that's okay. I feel like the palette you can do a natural look with if you want to, but then when you want to introduce a little bit of color, maybe like on the lower lash line or in the inner corner, you totally can do that with the middle row. I feel like because of this palette, I've really gone out of my comfort zone and I've done a look that I never would think to do, and obviously it is very much inspired by their launch photos, but I'm really happy with how both sides turned out, to be honest. So I think I definitely would recommend to try this palette if you have the extra cash to spend. Is there more affordable versions of a palette like this out there? I mean, yeah, sure, there definitely is, but you don't get cool packaging, and then you're not supporting the 2 creators that obviously you guys probably love and watch all the time. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of the whole collaboration. Would you purchase this palette? Have you got your hands on one yet? Did you try and couldn't? Because honestly, I saw so many tweets of people being like, oh my god, I almost bought it and then it went out of stock. So that is so annoying. And if you were one of those people, don't worry, I got you. I have an extra palette, as I said at the beginning of the video, which I will be giving away. So the way to enter to win one of these palettes is to just comment down below that you would like to win one. Also, make sure you share this video on your Twitter and Instagram, or either one, even Facebook, whatever you want to share it on. And then also head over to my Instagram at Roxxsaurus. Go give me a cheeky follow whilst you're there, and also be sure to like and comment on the photo of me holding up this palette so that I can enter you into the actual giveaway. It's really as simple as that. This palette is sold out everywhere, so if you really want to get your hands on it, make sure you enter the giveaway. But that is all from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this review / tutorial. I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!